Hello everybody, I'm Paul Higgins and welcome to this edition of Eagle Insider. The basketball season is about to begin, so therefore we have Coach Jeff Reinert joining us on this edition of Eagle Insider. Coach, since last year ended, I've been so excited for the start of the basketball season. I know that you're anticipating it. Yep. Let's start, when does it start?
Well, our first game is November the 12th. We play in the Pac Shores tournament at Redondo Union High School. It's a great tournament. We finished second last year in it. It's been a really good kickoff tournament. It's the first day you can play, and we get a chance to get out there, and our guys are ready to go.
Well, you and I were just talking off camera, and we were talking about your preseason schedule. It is a killer schedule, so you got to come out and watch the Eagles when you can, especially at home. And of course on the road as well. But your preseason really sets you up for the Trinity League. So you might take some bumps and bruises, but you will be ready when you need to be. Tell me about that.
Yeah, the Trinity League's kind of changed a little bit. They used to have 10 games in the Trinity League. We're down now to 5. They did that for multiple reasons. I don't really care for it. I'd like to have a home-and-home situation. But what this schedule really prepares us, it's for the playoffs. And we've been in the Open for the last 3 years. We're projected to be in the Open again, but we have put together a schedule that is playing everybody. It'll probably be the #1 schedule in the country, and our players are excited about it. We play Bishop Gorman here on a Thursday night in January, and we turn around and we play Oak Hill Academy at the Extravaganza. Oak Hill Academy is one of the finest basketball schools in the country, where they have 16 Division I basketball players on the team. Our guys understand the challenge with that, but they embrace it. And our whole theme this year is embrace the challenge of what we've got going this year.
I have one of your top basketball players in one of my classes, Jake Kyman. Jake and I talk basketball all the time. I use him as an example in class. Good for him in that he is going to UCLA. I'm so proud of him. I know you are. And you and I were just talking about when he goes to UCLA, Coach, he is going to be academically ready coming out of Santa Margarita. Your thoughts about that as being a basketball coach and also somebody that kind of guides these guys even when they graduate from SM?
Well, the Kymans did a lot of research when they were picking a school in the 7th and 8th grade. They chose Santa Margarita for multiple reasons. The #1 reason, they love the basketball that we're doing, the environment, the Eagle's Nest and everything. They love that. They love the culture of the school, how kids are not just athletes. They're involved in a lot of things. Jake has a lot of friends outside of basketball here. The final thing is they really embraced everything that the academic world had. They knew their son was going to be at a Pac-12 school. They wanted to make sure that he was prepared to pass NCAA regulations, as well as prepared for college. The one thing that we do great here is our academics, and we love that. We believe that we're the Stanford of high school, and that's the gold measure that we believe. It's not for everybody, right? But I'm going to tell you this, they embraced it. Jake's close to an honor student, and he's really moving towards UCLA, one of the finer institutions in the country. And they know that when he goes there, our English department's probably the best, right? They can write. My daughter left here, is at Santa Clara. She never calls me and says, "Dad, I'm worried about this. I got academic, it's too hard." It's like, she goes, "It's easier here. I'm more prepared now." But when you're going through it, you're going, "Oh, it's hard." But you know what? At the end of the day, it's the best thing for them.
No doubt. We're taking a look at footage from last year and also footage that David Espinoza got at practice. And you guys look well in shape and ready to go. I know that sharing the gym with so many different activities here, I've come, and I know David has come at 6 o'clock in the morning, and you guys are there. Tell me your thoughts about the dedication of the players and the coaches for coming early and getting the gym time and just getting the workouts in.
Well, right now in the fall, we're not trying to go full speed. We're not trying to do 2-hour practices. So we've been chosen to take an early practice time. Our kids can drive because they're on the varsity, most of them, and so we have chosen to take every late start. We try to do a practice, right? And there's an occasional 6 o'clock in the morning. Now during the season, it'll be more in the evening, but early on here, we want to get our stuff done so that we leave time in the afternoon a lot of our guys like to train. When we do strength and conditioning in the afternoon, and it also leaves a lot of time to do all their homework.
Right.
You know,
right.
and so Santa Margarita has been great. We have a multi-purpose facility. We have a gym that a lot of things are used in, but we embrace that, and we don't have to be in there for 4 hours to get the job done.
Exactly. Your thoughts? I always, when I call your games, I always say the Running Eagles. Are you guys going to be the Running Eagles, or is it a slower pace? Tell me about it. You got some great shooters, and you can move the ball up pretty quickly.
Yeah, I think the difference between this year's team to last year's team, we have guard play. We've had a group of freshmen that lost only one game last year. We've got a couple of transfers in Kendall McHugh and then Sheila Robbins, both guards that are really talented young men that are going to have a major impact in our program, which allows us to go faster. It allows Max to move to the wing,
right,
and he's able to go up the wing and attack the basket and save his energy, where Max had to handle everything last year, and Jake Kyman had to handle the ball. So they really took a lot of energy to do that.
Sure.
We want to keep those guys fresh. We want them excited to be on the wing and to attack the basket, and then to be lockdown defenders as well. So those guards are key to us. When they become eligible and ready to go, we're going to be pretty special.
I had you wired for sound last year, and
that may be good or bad.
No, you know, it was really interesting, Coach, because you don't talk a whole lot while there's action on the court. Yeah. You know, some coaches are constantly chatting. I was kind of blown away that you're pretty quiet, and then you punch it in when you can. Yeah. Tell me your thoughts, your philosophy, because to me, you're giving your team that confidence to run the floor themselves.
Well, here's the thing. I believe practice is where you do your homework, right? You put in your time. We're both educators, right? So we want to teach our kids what we want to do, right, and then the game's a test, right? You can't really over give them help on a test, right? So our kids know what they need to do.
That's a great analogy, by the way.
Well, I think it is true. I mean, I think if you're yelling at them all the time, they're always constantly looking over their shoulder. Yeah. You know, there's a bit of, hey, you got to give them enough rope and not enough to hang themselves. And so I really like the decision makers on our team. I think that we have a chance to be very, very special. And when we get in the huddles, we're going to talk, right? As the game's flowing, you know, they got to play.
That is awesome. So your thoughts about November 12th, you got the season opening up, and then of course, you're super busy. You guys really don't have too much of a break. The most competitive team in the Trinity League, will that be Modern Day, or you got other guys? Jay Serra's always pretty good.
I think this is the best year of the Trinity League. It's too bad we don't have 10 games. We only have 5.
Yeah. So who do you have at home?
Well, we have 2 teams at home. I believe that we have, I think for sure we have Modern Day at home on a Wednesday, and then it's either Olu or I think it's Olu at home. So I think those are the 2.
We'll
and then
get the schedule.
Yeah, we have that.
Yeah.
But the other thing is that Bosco has us and Modern Day at their place. So on paper, you would think that Bosco has the best opportunity to win. There's only 5 games, right? And if you can beat Modern Day and Santa Margarita at home, you got a good chance to win the league. So
can you get in the playoffs being 2 and 3, or how does that work?
Well, it just kind of, I believe so. Okay. The top 3 finishers in the Trinity will be in the Open Division, right? Okay. And then from there we'd be in Division 1. So our schedule, and if we win key games, I think we're in the Open no matter what.
Coach, I got to ask you, are you having fun? Because it seems like you are. When I see you around campus, it's not always your game face, but it seems like you are really enjoying it.
Well, when I came here, I came from college, you know, and so I'd never been in high school. And everyone said that I'm leaving for college. Like, as soon as I got the job, everyone, our rivals are saying he's never going to be there. He's not gonna. I'm year 7 right now. Yeah. I love it. My daughter was here. I had a great experience. I love these kids. It's great to see them from 9th graders till 12th graders. We're having a blast, and this schedule this year, it's kind of a dream schedule and with a dream team. Yeah, you know, I noticed too that the kids really have great chemistry, and that starts at the top with Coach Reinert, so he does a great job with that. Expect great basketball for the Eagles this season. Make sure, look at the schedule, come out and support the Eagles. We will be broadcasting the games live right here from Eagle TV studios, so you'll be able to see those if you can't make the game, so make sure you do that. But Coach, thanks for joining me on this edition of Eagle Insider.
Boy, he dresses sharp, doesn't he? I got to catch up with that guy. Thanks for watching.